ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं तस्मैवादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं गगनसदृशं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्ते पूजामूलं श्री गुरुपदं मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय, स्वामी जी महाराज की जय। शिवम। We are taking today the 21 stanza of chapter 6. This stanza is very valuable teaching of Lord Krishna. Sukham mantyantikam yatta buddhi graha mati nigraham veti yatra na chaivayam स्थितश्लन्ति तत्वतः. It is the Sandhi Vicheda. Sukham Atyantikam Yat Tat Buddhi Graham Atindriyam Beti Yat Nacha Eva Ayam Sthita Chalati Tatvatah. It means Atindriyam, beyond the senses. Buddhi Graham, the pure micro or divine intellect that is called Pragya. It only the Pragya can catch this supreme knowledge because it is beyond the senses. Yat, it means that. Atyantikam, it means infinite. Sukham, it means pleasure. Tat, to them. Yan, yatra, in that stage. Veti, it means experienced. Cha, it means end. Yatra, in that stage. Sthitaha, it means stability. I am that yogi. Tatvataha, the real existence of the God. Nacha chalati, he will not deviate, he will not disturb, he will not move by any outer force. So, the meaning is that because this knowledge is beyond the senses, so only the pure and keenest intellect that is called pragya can know this knowledge. And at this stage, when a person feeling like that, he feel the infinite pleasure, never ending pleasure. And at that time, when he experienced this stage and is stable in this stage, the pure supreme knowledge of existence, he knows, he never deviate by anything. So, this is the meaning of this stanza. The Sadguru, the master of millions, uncountable galaxy, which is laying in a small part of our master, God Krishna. The Krishna or the Satchidananda Paramatma came in this earth for the sake of the seekers and his lovers. The Krishna saying in this stanza about the infinite pleasure and how this infinite pleasure you can get and how you can experience and what happened when you experienced. So, first thing Krishna is saying, this pleasure is beyond the senses. Your senses cannot experience this pleasure as the elephant cannot go through the needle pore, because the needle pore is very small and the elephant is very big. Elephant can go through a big gate but not needle pore. So your senses is like a needle pore, very small and very unable and very big and very inefficient. So one thing is Krishna starting saying about this pleasure. This pleasure cannot be come by any of your sensory experience. It comes beyond the sensory experiences. And how can you feel and identify and you can experience this pleasure? So Krishna is saying, when you do the meditation continuously in a long time, then your intellect convert into the pragya. That is the super divine intellect. That is not intellect of your body. This intellect comes from the God's grace. That intellect is very keen, very minute, very divine and very powerful, like a laser race. So, that intellect can only experience that infinite pleasure. That infinite pleasure is already present in you, but you do not know it. That infinite pleasure, when you experience, when you get, then you feel a super stable stability inside. You feel a big peace, the supreme peace. Nobody can deviate, nobody can move, nobody can shake. No sorrow can shake, no tension can you shake, no any circumstances can move you. You will not fall in any circumstances, any sorrow condition. That experience is the supreme experience of the pleasure. So, at that time, when you feel and do like this, the Krishna says, that is the stage in the existence. You are now staying in the existence. So that's why you cannot deviate. That's why you cannot move. That's why you cannot melt. That's why you cannot disturb. That's why you cannot feel tension. That's why you cannot feel sorrow. That's why you cannot feel unpleasant. That's why you are not crying for Maya. So that is the meaning of this stanza, but this stanza is containing some more messages and some more directives. One directive is that we have to make our intellect keen, and we have to make our intellect into the pragya. And what is the pragya? Pragya is the divine intellect. And how it will come? The first experience of your pragya, that your master is standing in front of you, and your master has that pragya, and he will donate to you this pragya by his grace. So how he will donate your pragya? I remember one story there. A beggar came to a house and asked for food. The lady who is the mistress of that house, he see that beggar have a very dirty pot in his hand. So the mistress say, give me your pot, I want to clean it. So the mistress took his pot and cleaned by very nice soap and other things. And he cleaned that pot and put in that pot a good food. Sweets, kheer, rice and others. So, your pot is dirty because you are living in the intellect of worldly knowledge. But you have no knowledge of divinity. So the long time when you stay with your master, the effect with living your master, the effect of interaction with the master, the effect of the teaching of the master, and effect the master will improve you day and day, pure, make you pure day and day. That the pragya, the divine intellect will come, that is the key in intellect. Then that pragya is come and you aware inside. Then when you gradually aware one day by second by third day, as you grow inside, you development inside, you see inside, then one day you can see that in the last destination of your life cycle, that is your soul, that is your atma, that is your existence, that is your pure presence of the God inside of you. So the one hidden message in the first half of this stanza. And second thing, what is that? What is that existence? What is the identification of that existence? What is the identification of sunrise? When the sun rises, the light comes, dark goes. The first identification of the enlightenment or Atma Sakshatkar is that when the Atma Sakshatkar come, Anandas come with. Ananda, it means the supreme pleasure. You are not introduced with this pleasure. You are only introduced with the sensory pleasure. You are only know the food pleasure, you are no drink pleasure, you sleep pleasure, and you know the other type of your relationship pleasure. But you do not know this pleasure. When that stage come in your life, you will feel a extremely new experience. You never know that experience. So, the beside of the Atma Jnana, there comes a pleasure, very high quality pleasure, 1 million more than an orgasm. 1 million more than an orgasm. The orgasm is the temporary stage, but this pleasure is the permanent stage. It is not a thrill like your worldly senses things. It is a very stable pleasure. I can't describe this pleasure in the words. And second, when this existential pleasure come and you stand in the existence and you get the enlightenment, super enlightenment, and you get the Atma Sakshatkara, what has happened? The love, flow of love comes from your heart. That is the divine love. That is not a love of physically and your society reciprocal relationship to giving and taking love. No. That is the infinite source of love flowing. You are become a very big spring of the love. The love comes from your heart and spread everywhere. This is the second symptom of enlightenment. This is the second achievement of the enlightenment. It comes together, it comes simultaneously. So in this stanza, Krishna is also indicating the Ananda. Ananda is containing with the love, prema. So when you feel like this, when you feel this very precious, most precious experiment, on that stage, you called the yogi. So the yogi, it means the highly meditative person, not a yogi is the asana and pranayam, mudra and bandh. So Geeta is supporting and describing the definition of the yogi. Yogi is the mature person in the meditation. So when you become the yogi, Krishna says, if all world become against you, he cannot snatch your peace. If all world come to kill you, you will be not fearful, you will no affect, you will stand in that same pleasure, because you are now the body, you are now the mind, you are now the intellect, you are now not the ego, you are existence, and nobody can kill the existence. Now nobody can. Hana is asking in the morning to me, what happening if I am not enlightened and I will die? So I was laughing for a time. I think that the mind is going in the negative sense and killing his efforts. Why you think like that negative? You will sure enlighten. Or if you do not enlighten, unfortunately, the Geeta says, Suchinam srantam gehe yoga prasta vijayate. The last and worst stage, if you are not enlightened, you will come again once, and you come in the very spiritual, highly spiritual family, and you get all the chances for enlightenment, and you will sure enlighten in the next birth. If you don't leave a master, if you all the life will devote with me. So, that condition, when you do the meditation honestly, I want to say it must be definitely you will get enlightenment. Because it's depend on your honesty and efforts. And nobody can deviate you, nobody can push you from your path, no disturbance, your family, your society, nobody can disturb you, because it is the matter of inside, not matter of outside. You cannot cut the sky, you cannot cut the space, you cannot burn the space. Nothing can affect on you, nothing can destroy you, nothing can harmful for you. In that stage, you will not deviate in any condition. So Krishna say in this stanza very nicely, if you can understand, sure.